All right. Day 31. Turned 45 today. It's crazy. Seems like yesterday I remember saying, damn, you're 45? That's fucking old. Yeah, and here we are. Got rid of the beard. Now I can see the double chin. No more hiding it. Like all these fat dudes that have big old beards. No more camo. So it will motivate me to stay strict on that diet for the remainder of the year. I have a target that I want to hit. So, and I record these videos with the camera actually facing downward up. So it is not helping me. Not going to angle it way up here so it could make me look thinner. Fuck it. The reality of things. And that's a good thing. Be real with yourself. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't make excuses for yourself, because, that's all they are. You saying, oh, it's too cold outside to go work out, or it's raining, or I got work early in the morning tomorrow, or whatever the fuck. It's my birthday. I don't want to work out. Fuck it, dude. Those are just excuses. Go get your shit done. Keep going. Know that you're inching away towards your goal. And that's what I'm doing. Working out. Gonna hit chest today with the homie. I'm drinking an energy drink. Don't have to work tonight, so it'll be a longer one. But I have to work in the morning, 6 a.m., so I'll be up around 5. So yeah, getting this shit done. I'm not making excuses, even if it's my birthday. Now, don't get me wrong. I will be eating some shitty stuff tonight. Homemade, but just not, diet friendly, low carb friendly. Because let's be real, whenever we say junk food, we're talking carbs. So I will be eating a big hamburger, drinking a beer, some garlic fries, and then polishing that off at the end with a cheesecake. So yeah. And then maybe washing all that shit down with a fucking fat protein shake, just for the fuck of it. But of course, all that after the workout. I try to do that. On the weekends, I try to go do my cardio fasted because I'm going to eat a high carb meal. And, I've had people say, well, why don't you eat the carb meal first? And I say to that, well, I have carbs in my body. All the carbohydrates I'm holding, all the water I'm holding in my muscles. So what do I want to carb up some more for? If it's about the sugar or energy, caffeine, anything to help you get started, which is what the energy drinks are for. Excuse me. But the carbs after the eating, after the workout, is just to refuel. Just to refuel. That's it. Fill up the muscle with some more carbs. Obviously, I'm going to cut carbs to try to lose some weight. And, at first when you do the low carb, it's a lot of water weight. But once you get past that water weight, then you're really burning some calories. Then you're using the fat to push through, and it's pretty crazy. I've done it, to lose 130, 40 pounds, and you'll notice when you sweat a lot and you're running on low carbs and high protein and fats, your sweaters that you're soaking up with sweat will actually smell like ammonia. I was kind of tripping out at first when it happened to me. I would smell my stuff and I'd be like, man, it smells like ammonia. And what that is just showing you an activation of the ketones. It's just secreting. Stuff is secreting out of you. You're using mostly the protein and the fats for energy. So yeah, it's all part of the process. And I sweat a lot usually. And now that I have done low carb, there's a few things that I've noticed. Like one, my energy level will be higher, and you'll notice that. At first you think, oh, my energy will be low, but not really. The sleep is kind of hard. It's harder to sleep. But as far as just energy to work out, energy to move, you'll be awake. You'll be up without the carbs. Whenever you feel what's called food coma, as people call it, that's just a shit ton of carbs, putting you to sleep. You'll never feel like that if you eat a steak with a couple vegetables. You'll never feel like that. Your stomach will feel full and you'll still be awake. You won't feel tired at all. And that's how you know that us as humans are just supposed to be eating those high protein diets with meats. The vegetables and the fruits are cool. They got their fiber, they got their vitamins. But answer this, have you ever eaten a vegetable and just shit out the vegetable complete? Like corn, for instance. Corn, you can literally eat corn, and you'll shit out corn. It won't even fucking break your acid won't even break the wall of the vegetables, the structure of it. But have you ever eaten a steak and shit out a complete steak? No, you never have. And you never will. Because that does not happen, because our stomachs are built to break that shit down. And it's funny because you have all this research and scientists and all that. It's common sense. Just, the proof is in the pudding. When people tell me about training or about eating, and it's stuff that I've already tried, I'll say, yeah, it's tried and true. Like, because I did it. I did it for years. Kind of like drop sets, No one can make me believe that drop sets isn't the way to true failure. When you see a guy bench pressing 300 pounds, 315, for instance, and he says, oh, I did a set of 8, and then I rested. I did a set of 5, then I did a set of 3, and that was it. That's just the body saying you can't lift 3, but guess what? You can still lift 250. Then after that, you can still lift 2. Then you can still lift 1. Then you can still lift 50. And if you give yourself very few seconds of rest, or let's say 10 seconds of rest in between each set like that, you'll see that 50 pound, 100 pounds, even the bar by itself at the end will be just as hard, if not harder than that 350. And then you don't run the risk of tearing anything, because there is no weight pushing on the tendons and the muscle. It's just a fatigue thing. It's just pushing out that extra glycogen, the extra energy the muscle had stored. That's complete true failure. If you ever want to feel your muscle feel like it's completely done, do a strip set with some heavy weight. I used to do like a a triangle. I would work my way up, and then last set work my way all the way down, and do as many. There's no counting. It's just do as many as you can. So basically, when you're going down, you do as many as you can, and when you can't do no more, you rack it, take one plate off, do it again. Rack it, take a plate off, do it again. That will not only get your chest really big with a massive pump or any body part, but it'll also get you a lot stronger. Of course, that kind of training needs a ton of rest. A week, if you do it right, with enough volume and weight, a minimum of a week, if we're talking about natural. So yeah, rainy day schedule here at the gym on my birthday, and I feel pretty good. So let's do this. All right, day 31 completed. So I tried to do chest today with my friend, but every movement I did, I felt it in the bicep. And right now the bicep is what's holding me back from doing heavy movements. So, gotta be humble and not push to not accidentally tear something. So, we went from doing some chest to doing shoulders. So we just did a couple movements, mostly rear delt. Could never have enough rear delt, right? So we did like 3 movements for the rear delt, and it felt fine. They were all machine, no dumbbells. The free weight is just can't do it. And then the hammer strength machines for chest, they just still were kind of bugging my shoulder when my bicep when I went a little heavy, so couldn't do that either. So stuck to machines, did a few chests, did a few shoulders. Went really slow, nothing fast paced. Which is fine. I don't really think I get that good of a workout when I have a partner. I'm trying to help him, really. Do the movements like I used to. He might compete again, so maybe I could help him get ready for that in the future. But pretty good workout. Nothing crazy. Not for the birthday, but I was in here. 30 minutes for cardio. Shit, I was in the gym for about 2.5 hours. I did 10 or 15 minutes in the steam room. Didn't go in the sauna. That was it. Now go home and gonna eat a very filling, large birthday meal, and maybe some cake, some cheesecake, which is my favorite. Drink a couple beers just for tonight. I hardly drink, but when I do, it's just a couple beers. And then watch a movie and go to sleep. Gotta be in bed early because I gotta go to work 6 a.m. tomorrow, so I'll be up by 5. And yeah, that's it. My real rest day will be Sunday, where I don't have to do anything. But it's a pretty good day today. Pretty good. Muscles feel like they worked. My chest, and I need to continue to get massages, because when I was doing the presses, I could feel it more on this side than this side, but this side's the one that's hurt with the shoulder and the bicep injury, which I still have to figure out. So I think it's affecting the connection. I probably won't work out with anyone until I just do legs. I feel like legs is probably going to be the only thing I can do with a partner. Everything else I just got to do on my own, because it feels very shitty to have to drag someone along with changing movements, because you got to feel the movement first and see how it feels. And unfortunately today, everything with chest hurt, and everything with regular well, free weights on the shoulders hurt, so that's why we stuck to the machines. It probably has to do with yesterday being a really heavy day at work. Yesterday I had to move a bunch of 5-gallon, deliver a bunch of 5-gallon degreaser buckets. So that took its toll. How do I feel at the age of 45? Man, I feel like 2021 was just last year. Feels like just yesterday we were fucking around getting drunk as fuck and not worried about anything. Not that I'm too worried about anything now. I think I was more worried about stuff in my 30s. Now that I'm in my 40s, I don't give a fuck. You know? I don't give a fuck about anything. And what I mean by that I don't mean that I don't care about people. I'm saying that I just don't worry. You know, I was talking to my uncle, and he's watching the news on YouTube and all this and that the Democrats are pushing, trying to scare the shit out of all these Mexicans and Latin people. And I'm Latin, you know. My parents were foreigners from Nicaragua, citizens, you know, legally. But I was born in San Francisco, so I'm legal. And my uncle's tripping out watching these videos about people saying it doesn't matter if your parents were not American, then you potentially can get deported and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, dude, like, they're just trying to make you fucking flip out. Talking about food prices are going to fucking skyrocket and this and that. And at this point, I'm just like, who gives a fuck? You're all fucking fat anyways. You'll eat less. Big fucking deal. You'll fucking go out less. Big fucking deal. There has to be a time, just like the body, you spent 10 fucking years getting fat as fuck. You can't expect it to be healthy and back to normal in a year or two. And that's kind of how the presidency is. You know, Trump just got back in. It's like walking into a fucking filthy house. You got to go room by room and clean them up. And it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of time. You know, you don't hear anyone talking about when Biden walked into office, fucking the first 30 days, gas went up like $1.50, $2. First thing he did was he fucking shut down the fucking pipelines. Nobody's talking about that. So yeah, it's ridiculous. People are, especially Democrats, are very short. They got a short-term memory. So, but yeah, everything takes time. It's a fucking, you know, you want that rock to turn into a diamond. Guess what? It takes fucking pressure. It takes time. But with all that fucking pressure and time and work, it comes out being a beautiful diamond. The body, life is the same way. You know, you notice that you look at people around you that took the easy way when you were in high school, when you're middle-aged, and they're nowhere, you know? It's the people that worked hard from the beginning that are somewhere. I mean, that's including myself. I fucked up. I partied too much. I partied a lot. And unfortunately, it's this, you come to this realization where you could party in your 30s, but it'll never be like partying when you're 18, 19, 20, 21. It will never be the same, because guess what? All these women that you're meeting at 30, 40, they got kids. They got bad habits. They're divorced. They're already fucking, they're already jaded. Just like us men, you know? We already had our hearts broken. We've been fucking cheated on. We've been fucking played. We've been fucking used. And you just will never look at a woman the same way that you did when you were a fucking little puppy at fucking 18 years old, when you were super in love with this gorgeous chick that was super sweet to you. You just will never feel the same way. So there's good and bad to both sides. But it just depends. What are you going to do at the end of your life? Because it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Are you gonna fucking land? Are you gonna get the landing? You know, so I'm 45 today and I still got time to fucking hit that landing. Hopefully everything goes all right from now here on out with my body, with me trying to look for a new job, for a career that'll get me to 65 so I could retire and be okay. You know, got some time. But, you know, getting older just makes you realize all the time you wasted. Wasted on shitty jobs and shitty relationships and shitty people. That's what I think being 45 has made me realize, that I wasted a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of tears. I'm just not doing it no more. That's why I try to fill the day with useful movements. Move with purpose, as I told my friend. Everything is calculated. Everything is accounted for. You know? Guess what? When I get home, I don't just turn on the TV and start eating and fucking chill all night. I'm gonna do something. So I gotta do laundry. I gotta fold clothes. I gotta iron for the next day. I gotta make a lunch. I gotta clean this, clean that. Just fucking stay busy, you know? And you will feel more fulfilled in your life doing that. You know, we went through our phase, right? We all went through our phase and we got drunk as fuck every weekend, just drunk as hell, and hung over for a whole day, so we wasted that whole day, or maybe 2 days, because you were fucking plastered. Or got high all night, smoked some weed, and didn't do shit all night. Just fucking ate chips and watched animes. So there's definitely a time to do that, but that time is definitely over now. And there's always going to be time to do that. I feel like the best time to do that shit is when you can no longer do anything. You know, go out when you're young. Have fun. But do your shit. You know what I mean? Stay busy. Keep taking one step forward to your goal. Never stop moving forward. That was the main thing that I think in my life I realized I fucked up. Because I was never a bad kid. I just stopped moving forward. Got complacent with the people I had relationships with the jobs I worked at. You know, and now, if you work at fucking, you know, a fast food restaurant, your goal should be to be the best motherfucker in there. When you go to work, you should be the guy that everyone says, oh cool, he's here, shit's gonna go good, because he's on point, because you can depend on him. Same thing with the gym. You go to the gym every day to to just fucking sweat a few minutes and leave and be the same person you were a year ago? No, you go to improve. Increments, you know, whether it's 5 pounds every month or 10 pounds, you know, whatever. Increments. Every year, you should try to improve yourself and your situation. You should try to grow your bank account. Be the healthiest version of yourself every fucking year. And you can still party that way. Shit. When I was on point doing the bodybuilding thing, I mean, I would still party on the weekends, but they were I had my whole structure where if it was Saturday, I would hang out. But if it was any other day, nope. Sunday is recovery and get ready for the rest of the week. Make meal prep, get clothes ready, laundry, folding, ironing, whatever. And keeping that kind of structure really helps you focus on your goals. You lose your way sometimes. But it's time to get back into it.